Sorry, y'all. As you can see, it just literally kicked us out, and we haven't even been on for like 30 minutes or whatnot. But I appreciate y'all coming through. Can one of y'all, if you can, just go back to that other live and let whoever is in there know that we started a new live? I would greatly appreciate that. But let me kind of get back to what we was doing. So this is part two of Under the Surface, episode 5. And this episode is titled Demons That Attach to You. Hopefully, we don't have any more like issues like that again. I hope. You know what I'm saying? Because, child,
Yeah,
that's mad
I'll
annoying.
be easy on the elite's names. It's funny. I said his name. They said Chop.
Andrew said interesting. Child.
It said Chop.
Like,
Oh, I
what?
gotta
That's mad
redo it.
annoying.
I gotta start the new line.
Yeah, go to the new live. Make sure you're at the right one too. Is I put part two, Under the Surface part two.
Too resourceful. It should be a live icon.
No, I
Oh
mean
no,
it
that's
may or
commercial.
may not be.
It's my new commercial.
Does it say? Oh yeah, it's part two. Okay. All right, y'all. So let me see. Soon as she said his name,
Yeah, that's what
or
I
as soon as
said.
he said his name,
Chop
child.
said that and jab. It said
Well, don't
Chop.
say it again if you
Yeah.
know that's probably what messed it up. I'm trying to mess up the
Yeah,
second live.
superstition is a parasite, is a
Hey,
demon.
what's up, Miss Do It Yourself? Thank you so much for coming back or coming through. But thank all of y'all for coming back. I definitely appreciate y'all. Please make sure that you guys are double tapping the screen. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 4K, and I definitely appreciate y'all being here. So, we did question number 1. We were on the topic of question number 2, so I'm gonna ask him that again. So my question to you was, do you believe demons attach during moments of weakness, or are they present? Oh no, did I? Yeah, or are
Yeah,
they present long time before we notice
yeah,
them?
and I was saying that they can come in your moment of strength, or even when you're doing. I said it's based mainly on intention, and that's when I made the example. And I was like, I'm not gonna say his name again, but you could be doing. There's a lot of philanthropists who you consider to be philanthropists who you think are going over to do positive things for people. How many celebrities? The Diddler, Perry, Tyler. These people, you can think when they're doing these things, they're just tax write-offs a lot of the times. It's not really coming from the heart sincerely. A lot of that is pride. A lot of that, or is what you're meant to look at. That's why I even said with the influencers you might even watch on YouTube, when they reach a certain level and whatnot, they do things and it's to get the, I guess you can say they're lost for words.
They're what? Oh,
Their
I
their image,
said
their image. There you
he
go.
looking for me to answer,
There
and
you
I
go.
said
Yeah,
they're what?
they get the,
Child.
it's to get their image to look and present a certain way, but that's not how they really living. So yeah, they are for you is their moment of strength. Oh, they went and gave out 100 turkeys for Thanksgiving. Oh, they had a gift drop, lotto, and things like that. But what are they really
Not
doing?
Lotto.
Right? What are they really doing in their real life? So it's a ritual, it's a spell. It's for you and for them. It boosts them up, but are they really benefiting in that way? Is something not attached to these entities, and what you attaching to them with your emotions, you're attaching to the entity that they are a part of. So that's what I got
Yeah,
today.
that's really crazy. What's up, Jazzy? Thank you so much for being here. And Andrew actually said, Yo, G, you have a mysterious energy, not in a bad way, just different because it's divine. If you know, you know. Welcome,
Yeah,
brother.
no doubt. Yeah, 100%.
Thank you so much, Miss Do It Yourself. She said, I am so excited and proud of you, Jay. You came and showed out. Love this for you, Jay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. No spells can he or she who is protected by the Holy Spirit.
To an extent, if you really protect it. So that's what I was talking about. How many people you see in church you think really do it really on a holy level, and it's just an appearance. They put the suit on. Hey, who ain't that Pastor Jamal, who his wife was just out there, that controversy this week about the dress she's wearing and whatnot? She's presenting in one way, but look how they really living. Okay, go ahead. You can keep going.
Okay. What's up, the boxing Scarlet? Thank you so much for coming through. I definitely appreciate you. All right. So, my third question to you is, can addiction be considered a demon? And if so, when does it stop being a choice?
Yeah, 100%. And from, well, first there's actually a spirit or a demon called Akul, which is attached with alcohol and whatnot like that. There's actually a spirit that they actually that's considered to go along with drinking. But yeah, it from opening your aura, and just like they said, there's people who actually pass out, and I'm not talking about physically, meaning if you ever dealt with somebody who was drunk and they'll tell you the next morning, I don't remember nothing I did, but you was with the person, they were fully aware, you were speaking to them, they were talking to you, and they engaged in different activities, sexual or just fighting, and
That is so crazy.
they can tell you, I don't remember none of it. Oh,
Oh my God, y'all! It just kicked me out again. It's really messing with us today, y'all.
we don't
So
keep a finger on the trigger.
hold steady, y'all. Hold steady. If it kicks us out, we coming back because we definitely gonna finish the show.
Yeah, we doing it till we
But I
stop.
definitely appreciate all of y'all coming in. Thank y'all so much. JR said, really good question. Thank you. I see Trini in the building. What's up, hun? Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate all of y'all. Yeah, man. Make sure that you guys are double tapping the screen. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We're on the road to 4K. Go ahead and answer the poll. I put, what do you like more? Your birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, or payday? Let me know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how you feel about that. But yes, what's up, Lisa? Thank you so much for being here, Lisa. I really appreciate you. Okay. So we're about to move on to the next question. So for the ones that's just now coming in, this is Under the Surface, episode 5. And the title for this episode is Demons That Attach to You. So we're speaking on everything that has to do with that. So my next question for you is, what's the difference between a personal demon and a generational one?
Oh, that's a good one. The personal one is the one you created. The generational one is one that you didn't probably have nothing to do with and whatnot. And that is more of an invite. You invite both of them, really. You have habits that are within you that are going to make you interact with a generational spirit. So I was with women, or particularly one I'm thinking about right now. She was loose, her mom was loose, her grandma was loose, and whatnot. She she engaged it, and it wasn't her fault. Her mom was out running around doing what she was doing, and she would leave her with her older sister. And her older sister was getting down, and she thought it was fun to say, "You got a dude you like, or a boy in your school you like, invite him over." And that's how, at 13, that's how she lost hers. So it's something running in the family. She didn't know this, but that is the difference between something that's generational. You can be a natural fighter. I know a lot of kids that I went to school with, they were bullies. They could fight. And that led them down the path they was going on. They never learned how to control it. They just felt like, I'm bigger than you, I can fight better than you, I'm gonna do what I want to do. They had a mentality like that, which led them to where they at now, whether fatal or just prison or the life they end up having. That's something that's the generational one. The personal one, that's something that you can find just by dealing in the world. Like, for instance, when we have a lot of these fights about conservative and liberal and things like that, you can decide to run with for instance, a liberal mind frame that tells you whatever you want to partake in is okay, and that's Crowleyism. Do as thy will. So you end up picking up some new stuff that's just for this time and era. During the disco era, a lot of people picked up things. During the 80s was crack. Disco was coke. The 90s and whatnot, they had, well, what was the 90s? Stronger weed. 2000s was the ecstasy pills, you know what I mean? So these are personal things you could, while you engaging in the era that you grow up in, you can engage these different things that are going on. Really, and like all of that stuff is put out there because they understand in each generation, there are supposed to be messiahs that are born, chosen ones, like Andrew was saying, and things like that. And as they come in, there's a distraction for them to, turn them away from reaching their ultimate goal. The newest generation is going to be the internet.
I honestly believe that too, which is so crazy. Hey, Coffee, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you, boo. And hey, Drake, that's messed up, bro, but you speaking facts. Yeah, that's like, honey, It really gets like that. Hey Slim, thank you so much for being here. I definitely appreciate you. Okay, so my next question to you is, do unresolved childhood wounds act like open doors for darker attachments?
Yeah. It's on the spectrum, like I say, with extremities. Your trauma, even though it may not be fair, I have a theory about that. I do believe that so everybody has their different creation stories. I do believe that you carnate here and you choose the path that you want to go. Some people say is reincarnation. Some of us is carnation. This is my theory. Um, that to me makes sense why there's certain people that go through a certain life experience that they go through. Because everything that I went through, and I'm gonna speak from my personal level, all the trauma allows me to reach people now. If I didn't, my humanity comes from what I've been through. If I didn't go through this stuff, I probably wouldn't relate to a lot of people. But I relate to people because I understand based upon what I've been through. But I also had to heal myself. And in going through that trauma, I attached myself to a lot of spirits and things of this nature. Getting into magic, if you go back to episode 2, Under the Surface, I explain why I got into magic and things of this nature, coming out of Christianity. So, but all in all, I always kept attached to that voice that was in my mind, and it stopped me from going too far. It allowed me to touch things, to see what it was about, because just like Dr. York said, he said, you're not going to really understand things unless you live it. So he used to encourage people, we're gonna be Islamic for a year. We're gonna be devout Christians for a year. We're gonna be Hindus for a year. He would do that with his followers. They will actually live the lifestyle so that now when they talk to people, they wouldn't just be debating them on the book. They'd be actually saying, I lived this for a year. So I was in the gangs. I was doing the pimping thing. I was in streets. I was school educated. I went to college. I did a little bit of everything so that it makes me understand things more. But yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Wise Mind, for that gifted membership or membership, child. And shout out to you, Trini. I'm so happy that you was able to become a part of the Kiss Squad. Make sure that if you guys are a member that y'all using those emojis, honey, because, honey, there's a lot of times that you can say hello and ciao, please. You can definitely use those
Read
in here.
when you get done with that, read that
Yeah.
last question because I think I have something associated with that.
The question I just asked you.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead, finish everything.
Let me see. Britt, thank you so much for coming through, Britt. I definitely appreciate you. And you guys, as you come in, or if anyone's here and y'all saying something, I'm definitely going to speak on it after he's done speaking, so we're not just speaking over each other, okay? So that's all that is. But I'm definitely seeing all of y'all stuff here on my other phone. But yes, y'all. So we definitely getting into some things. Let me see what y'all over here saying first off. Thank you so much, Britt, for those gifted honeys. I definitely appreciate you. Experience is the best teacher. Yes, Coffee, for real. Yes, your trauma allows people to feel you. Your trauma allows people feel you. You can relate to them as well.
Yeah, about the trauma. Okay, you won't have to read it. I'll pop up when you finish reading. I remember what it was about.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you finished? Okay, so here's a throwback. I want to show y'all what energy do. So this was me in the height of my gang days. If you look at my face, this was a random picture just snapped. So I had a spirit on me because I was in the streets doing a bunch of negative things and whatnot. So a lot of people will say, so that also came from my trauma. So that it allowed me to be very
That
relatable.
picture was like mad freaking blurry though.
Yeah, it is, but you can see through that picture exactly what time we're on.
Hey,
I got
Fabby.
one more. Go ahead, you keep going. I got one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
No, don't zoom in that much.
Yeah, too. Yeah, you don't even see it. This was me and my homeboy and whatnot. Random pictures. So you can tell I just had a different aura on me, So a lot of people, and that's why I like it, because a lot of times when I meet her family and whatnot, they surprised by the age, but then also they be like, I don't really talk about my past like that, but a lot of times when we get into it, they like, oh man, you ain't like that. and whatever. I'm like, cool. I like that for
Yeah, I
myself. You
definitely,
know?
I definitely told him that a couple of times.
Yes, you
I
do.
was like, you was in the game because he's just like real sweet and all of that, and I feel like people that were in like stuff like that just have that type of hardcore energy about them, and he don't. But yeah, child. So let me see. So Andrew said, I understand now. And Precious G, however, certain humans are allowed to go deeper than most believe. When truly gifted by God, no one can't block from what has been written by God. And I
And
feel
that's
that.
the thing. I was in the church first,
Hey,
so I was
Fabby.
born and raised there. So my bloodline is actually a divine bloodline. So even when I was allowed to get into that, because I got into that to figure out who I was as a man. I was sheltered and kept away from a lot of things, but the streets was all around me. I didn't have no desire, but when I went towards it, I was allowed to get into certain aspects of it. But then also, when it was time to stop, the voice came in and said, "That's it for this." And it let me, and was giving me dreams and everything. Let me know you're gonna be unalived, or you going to jail if you go any further than what I'm telling you now. Stop. And I knew, and because I was in tune with that, and because of where the bloodline I'm associated with, I knew how to fall back. And all my peers are either gone, like life, or gone, gone. You know what I mean?
Corey said, wow, you look like a completely different
Yeah.
person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. The boxing scholar said that was when Cash Money took over the 99 and 2000s. Yeah.
You can tell how to dress.
You can pick up on people's auras through pictures and body language. You sure can. Hey, what's going on, Valencia? How you doing, boo? Thank you so much for being here. I definitely appreciate you, hun. So, Jr. said, I knew I could relate to bro for some reason. Makes sense now. You've been through what most been through, but you on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And he says salute 100.
Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
still in contact. So she don't like when I say that. When I say
Because
they
it's
say I say I'm still in the
like,
game. She be like, no, you're not. Yeah,
yeah,
because
like no, you're not. You don't
yeah,
talk to those people.
I don't gang bang. Yeah, that's the thing. I talk to one or two of them because the streets just do what the streets do. When you see it from the outside, you like, why are you doing that? That's dumb. Now watch what that happens. So you can see it play out before it happens. He's like, yeah, I can't mess with y'all because y'all on the path of destruction. So no, I
Hey
don't bring it
Chip,
around.
thank you so much for being here, hun. Hey Artris, thank you so much for being here. Um Lamia or Lamaya, sorry boo. Lamaya, thank you so much for being here, hun. Make sure that you guys are double tapping the screen to like the live. I definitely appreciate y'all. And make sure if you're not subscribed, honey, subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 4K. Okay? Definitely appreciate y'all. This is Under the Surface. You feel me? Episode 5. And this episode is actually called Demons That Attach to You. So, my next question for you here is let me make sure I'm on the right one. Okay. Have you ever mistaken a demon for your personality?
uh, yeah, when you in it. When I got under and I went into all this negative stuff, when like I said, when I was living it, I believed I was it. And not only that, you do affirmations on a regular basis to put you in under it deeper. So just like when I talk about in the magic series, when I was talking about spells and stuff like that, I said a lot of spells I stopped because I realized you have to really believe this. When the Azuli spell, which was a money spell, where you had to put the pennies on each four of the corners, I put the pennies down and I was looking at, all right, what's next? And then it was like you have to sit with the idea of money coming through or Azuli, and I was like, that means I gotta really believe in this dude. I'm like, I don't even know who this dude is. I'm like, nah, I'm cool on that. Well, the same thing in the gang. We would do that's phone. We would do the way we would meet each other. Tap the C 3 times to the chest. When we lock fingers, it meant something. Up for the C, down for the heart. Put it back together. Your chest, my chest. We one together, hit the tray together, and things like that. All under the gang. We would meditate in these thoughts all day long, and it shaped me to be who I was at that point in time. So yeah, I believed it 100% that when I was in it, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Liz, for becoming a member. I definitely appreciate you, hun. Welcome to the Kiss Squad. I'm so excited. Make sure that you're using those emojis, honey, because they are definitely there and active and waiting for you.
I'll say one more thing before you move on.
Go ahead.
Um, the thing that got me out of it though is that, like I said, I saw life before I got into it. When I was into it, from the P game to the gangs, a lot of those people in that lifestyle, that was all they knew. Um, actually met like the people that was in the gangs who mom was on drugs and they used to sell drugs to their mom. So you think some people rapping about that and that's just a rap thing or that's just in the movies. I knew people who was actually doing stuff like that. And for them, that is all they knew. Their mom came in, brought them into the world addicted. And over time, they seen so much foul things, they didn't see anything wrong with selling it back to their moms and stuff like that, or their aunts, and things of this nature. I, on the other hand, came up in church. So when I got into this, it's just like how Charleston White said, I was kind of just playing. I was learning something or learning a different aspect of myself, but I knew this wasn't 100% me. So when I was done with it, I was able to walk away. For them, a lot of them, when I go talk to some of them that's in jail, they don't know anything else. They can't get away from it because in their mind, this is who they've been for so long. I did the same oath and allegiances they did, but I seen myself as something else. So I was able to, when I was done, just say, oh, good. I'm done with this. Moving on.
Hey, Chris Lee, thank you so much for being here. I definitely appreciate you. Make sure that as y'all come in, y'all, that y'all double tapping the screen to like the live. And if you're not subscribed, hun, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And YouTube has been kind of hating on us, so if it kicks us out, we are going to start another live.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to finish the show.
Sutu messing me up because I'm censoring myself because I'm like, wait,
hey,
are they
Ken,
kicking me out?
thank you
Because
so much for being
about?
here, Ken. I definitely appreciate you. So, let me see. So, Corey said, Cairo, can we get some story times for when you was in the game?
Shoot, hell, I got plenty of those.
Ciao.
Yeah, I would want to do some AI stuff on my channel to kind of bring the stories to life. So I got plans and stuff like that. But I'm gonna have to put the beat, like in the opening of BMF when it says a lot of these stories are mismatches.
Oh, you're so funny.
Because it's some
You're
good,
so
it's
funny.
good stuff. But I'd never been to jail, people. I was a good criminal.
A good criminal.
Yeah, I never sat in the
Never
back of the
heard
squad
two
car, none of that.
opposite words go together like
I
that.
was a good criminal. I was.
All right. So JR says, sitting in the cell alone, have you talking every day or talking to God every day you've ever heard of? Swear. Hold on, wait. Sitting in the cell alone, have you talking to every
Hello,
God you've ever heard of? Yeah,
Yeah.
I swear.
What's up,
That's so true.
Brittany?
That's so true. Hey,
Brit
BD,
family.
if I didn't say hi to you, how are you? Thank you so much for being here, hun. So Andrew said, I'm going to tell you something I have not told anyone just because I see the knowledge you've spoken of. Very few of the chosen ones bear the road to behold both paths. And that's what demons respect,
Yeah.
not fear.
Yeah, 100%. And then that's also when you go read the Bible about King Solomon and he said he had the ring that controlled demons. I had my stint with spirits. I'm not afraid of any of that stuff. I don't care if an image, like she did that one time to me, try to jump out behind the door and scare me and knocked over all that stuff.
That's because I don't really be, well, I'm not going to say I don't really be, because sometimes I do. Sometimes I just be goofy, y'all. When I hear, like, his truck coming, I go and I, like, hide somewhere, like, behind the door somewhere. Not necessarily behind the door, but there's, like, extra space before you can, like, get to the door, and I be trying to hide. And one time, he took forever to come inside, and I was hiding, and I had to use the bathroom and all of that. So by the time he came, I, like, got up, and I knocked everything down, child. I was so irritated.
Yeah, and I don't jump easily. I don't have that jump scare reaction because I know nothing.
And I done
really
try
real.
to scare him like so many times,
Yeah,
child. I don't even care if he don't get scared. I still be doing it because it's fun to me.
Yeah.
It's fun to me.
I sit in a dark room and just channel, so none of that stuff really scares me and stuff like that.
Yeah. Koi said, not me, but I know other people will, especially if they feel like they have an alter ego. Let me see what's going on here. Hey, what's going on? Is it Andrew? What's going on, Andrew? Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure that you guys are double tapping the screen to like the live. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 4K. So let me see what else people are saying real quick before we kind of move on. Hey, what's going on, Shamika? Thank you so much for coming through, boo. I definitely appreciate you. Hey, Cheryl, thank you so much for being here. Definitely appreciate you. What's up, Olive? Thank y'all so much for coming through. Make sure that you guys, again, are double tapping the screen. I see the orange and blue. Was you a Hoover?
A Hoover? Nah.
A Hoover?
Nah. I don't even wear my gang colors no more. It's actually blue and green. I was a Trey 4 gangster.
What's up, Booty? Thank you so much for being here, hun.
By way of the ETGs, I started off as A-Tray. I was in different sets coming up. You know what I'm saying? Started off as Compton Crip Rider, became an ETG, A-Tray Gangsters and stuff. Linked up with the real A-Trays out there in California, out there in Florence and Normandy and things, first generations and stuff. But we had street issues, which led us to get our cosign from the Payback Crips out there in Gardena.
So
I've been out
No
to
Face
California with it.
actually said, to some, you was a good criminal, you was a civilian.
Yeah, pretty much. There you go. Because the thing about it was, like I said, I was discovering who I was. I was sheltered, and not in that way. I had like brothers and sisters. We kept everything in house, but the streets was wild around us. So but parents wanted us to be indoors and not doing that. All of us tripped away and went to the streets. All my older brothers. I was the youngest, so I was the biggest disappointment to my mom when I got into it because she stayed hardest on me trying to keep me out of the things my sisters and my brother were doing and whatnot. But I got into it, so and when I got into it, because I was the youngest, I was observing everything, so I knew how not to fall into all the pitfalls. That's why I said I was a better criminal, because I seen everybody mess up before me. So don't do that, don't do that. Okay. Yeah.
Child. Corey said that'll be lit. LOL. Looking forward to some short animated gang stories, child. I probably have to help him with that animation, child. Yeah. So let me see what's going on. So Liz said, I'm being under a spiritual attack now. I can't speak to anyone. At least I can type. LOL.
Oh, really?
Let me see what else is going on.
There's plenty of ways to deal with that.
LOL, I do that as well, G. Dark rooms are so peaceful.
Yeah.
An hour a day, what I do.
Yeah.
An hour a day is what I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see. Tony, hey Tony, how you doing? Tony said, you do know ghosts are all in your mind. God have his people the wisdom to seek him, not invisible enemy emotions.
Yeah, but you can also channel those dark things that are around you. I agree with you. But don't people act like that stuff around you isn't real. I just was reading something on Instagram today that said they have night vision contacts now.
What?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of that. Night vision contacts. That sounds
There's actually
like it'll be real harsh on your eyes.
There's a YouTube commercial where they have a monocular that allows you to see night vision. Like you can see somebody pass gas because the heat signature. And
oh,
stuff.
that is weird. But
So-
I can believe that. But
Duh.
night vision contacts is literally
So they
insane.
said they didn't put out in the market yet because they're saying the people are seeing spirits, just like the Tesla car.
Oh, you know what? I
And
don't know if
things
y'all
like that.
ever seen that one photo that somebody took of like I guess it was probably like from the security camera or something, and they put it in like the thing where it's like yellow and orange or whatever. They took a picture of this lady, and it was like some like orange thing coming from her, and it was like it's a spirit coming out of her. Child, please.
Mhm.
Y'all need to put, if y'all are y'all members, put child up in there because honey, please. You know what I'm saying? So Coy said, how does that happen when you switch gangs? Yeah, we gonna need these stories. LOL. Child.
Because there's a difference between. I'm from New York City originally, and stuff. So we came from a different. So all that stuff you see me wearing, I was wearing that at the height of the Blood movement in '98 when it first came in, and there was no Crips around. So everybody who was doing it, and you was Crip. If you run into another Crip and you try to piece them, like, what's up, I'm Crip too, but you wearing red or you looking like you're not affiliated, oh, they was gonna knock you out because they looked at it like you weak. You know what I mean? So you had to get out there and take your beatings. There was bloods everywhere and you walking around looking like a big target, but that's what you were supposed to do. So yeah, was I wild and crazy? I was a little insane.
What's
You know
up,
what I mean?
Rupert? What's up, Lucy? Thank y'all so much for being here. What's up, Gary? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen to like the live, and make sure y'all answer this poll, honey, because I see that
My
we gonna
chocolates?
change it as time goes on. But I got y'all. I got
That's
y'all.
how crazy.
You
My
feel
chocolates?
me? My chocolate.
That's is that us?
Child,
Are we the
you
chocolates?
so funny.
That's what,
Hell nah. Okay. Yes, y'all. Okay.
Snoop.
So
That was one of my gang names, Snoop Logan.
that's funny, child.
Yeah, funny.
All right, so my next question to you is, can success attack demons the same way that struggles do?
Can success attack demons? Nope. Back to intentions. Success can attach more demons to you. That's why they always tell you, money doesn't change you. It increases you and enhances you. So you can Now you got access with the money, and you never worked on your spirit. Now you can really go crazy, and stuff. Look at our boy, um, Cardi B dude, Stefan Diggs. He's in trouble with his chef, because guess what? He was probably always a sexual deviant, and then the money came in, and now I can have a house full of girls all day long. And I'm not knocking them. I did it too. When I was first doing polygamy, I was told stay with 3, and I try to do 5. I was up there doing a bunch of wild stuff, and I told her these stories and things like that. She was like, It sound like what you said.
The hell? I said it sounds like what's it
That's
called?
the,
The Bad Girls Club.
yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, the house was live. It was fun, but
Please.
it wasn't fun all the time. It was fun sometimes.
Andrew said, "That's fun. Good old days. I wish someone would try me. I can't wait." Ciao.
Did
You feel
he?
me?
Yeah.
They so funny.
Yeah,
Sunshine.
yeah, for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy's house for real over
Andrew
there.
said the devil will give you everything, so you think you don't need God, but mindful of what you'll think blessings are. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'll even up it for you. There's a saying that says the devil will give you everything, but you'll never enjoy it.
Oh, that's
Which is-
real true.
Which is very true.
That's real
Everything that
true.
when I sat there and wanted things that were vanity, and I got them, they were never what I expected. There was a whole bunch of things that came along with it. That's why I realized you got to build yourself on the way to the top.
Yeah.
If you just get it, nah, you're going to destroy yourself. Many times.
That's so true. Yes, man. Okay. So my next question to you is, do you believe some demons disguise themselves as comfort, love, or ambition?
Yeah, 100%. And when you say comfort, love, or ambitions,
Yeah.
comfort, love, or ambitions, now that's something different. But yeah, 100%. I'm thinking of all the different stories that are attached to that. I had ambitions that 100% let me down. But once again, I think that's all in vanities. There you go. That's the best way I can answer that. Because if your ambitions and comfort loves are prideful or vain, yeah, 100%. It'll. Oh, I thought that was cutting off. You'll end up wasting time going down the wrong path. So I think I told this to somebody, one of my exes I was talking to. I was telling her that I don't plan, like she was talking about manifestation. I was telling her why I don't manifest. I don't past a certain point. I always tell her I have I have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, a 2-year goal, and a 5-year goal. I don't go no further than that because I always say I leave time for God or leave time for the universe. If you really try to do this manifestation thing like they was telling people to do a couple of years back, where you can bring anything to you by meditating it or whatever, you're playing too much into your vanity. That might not be the path that the universe, God, whatever, your higher self wants you to go. And if you don't ever leave room to that and everything is I want, then listen to yourself. Everything is I want, I want, I want. I leave room for service. So I have my goals I have goals to keep me purposeful. But I don't have goals to just manifest. I don't want anything that I don't got to work for. Why? Because I live long enough to see what happens when I get things too easy or something that's handed to me and I'm not ready for it. I want
Yeah.
to work for all my stuff. You feel me?
That's so true. So Andrew said, what most humans don't understand is the devil loves jewelry. Some devils can touch crosses. You'll have to truly believe. Yeah, I feel like that's true as well. What's up, Mr. Carter? Thank you so much for being here. I definitely appreciate you.
I like shiny things, but at the same, these don't rule me. I just came from work and literally just threw off my stuff real quick, moments of stuff, but I wore this to work too. And that's because I don't care. If I got something nice, I got Jordans that are damaged. I'll go ahead. You keep going. I'm going to show them my creased up Jordans.
Not your creased up Jordans.
These are one of my favorite ones. Creased. I wore these in FedEx, tore them up. It even got a little bit of the yellow at the bottom. I keep them clean, but I'm going to wear them. I'm going to wear them and tear them up because they mine. I'm not going to pass away and somebody else going to get some crispy pair of Jordans. Absolutely not.
Hey, Young Baez, thank you so much for being here, hun. I appreciate y'all. If y'all just coming in, please make sure that you double tap the screen to like the live and subscribe if you're not subscribed.
I'm wearing the hat because I'm a psycho. I don't know. I do wear
You're
things.
so crazy.
Sometimes, but
So this is Under the Surface, y'all.
Under
Under
the
the
Surface.
Surface.
Oh,
Y'all
that's
already know. And this is no. So this is episode 5, y'all. This episode is called Demons That Attach to You. So this is everything that has to do with that. Make sure that you guys check out some of the other episodes of Under the Surface if you haven't already. I definitely appreciate y'all. So my next question to you is fear a demon or the food that keeps the demons alive?
It's the food. Some people say it's a demon. I think I will tell you from my perspective. I think it's the food, because you create your fears. I think at this point in time, I don't have a fear, but except for myself and me not accomplishing stuff. And truthfully, that's not even a fear. I hold myself to a level. Like I always tell them, y'all don't have to get on me. I stay on myself harder than anybody else. If the day goes by and I had a plan to do something, I didn't accomplish it, I get on myself, and I say, all right, tomorrow, double time. That's why I like people like Coach. I'm really admire her strive when I watch her work out and stuff like that. Because I was like, man, there was a time where I worked out like that, but that was when I was in the gangs and it's for fighting purposes. Now, don't work out that hard. But so when I watch her and I said, man, she's dedicated to something because she get up and do that with no issue. Two a days too. That is crazy.
I know, right?
Two
That's
a
for
day is
real.
something special.
What's up, Mr. Carter? I don't know if I spoke to you or not, but thank you so much for coming through. I definitely appreciate you. What's up, Jolena? I appreciate you coming through.
Don't bless
Make
the
sure
black
that you
ladies
double
here.
tap in the screen. And thank you so much, Wise Mind, for gifting another membership. Shout out to you, Ken. Thank you for becoming part of the Kiss Squad. Enjoy those emojis. Make sure that you're using them while we live, especially, because
Yeah.
that's when you can have the most fun with it, okay?
I was going to do it, Mr. Carter, put the hat on top of her head, but
Oh, yeah, Andrew talking about Mr.
Mr.
Carter. It's only one time where we're allowed to grab the hair. Y'all so freaking funny, child. That's hilarious. Okay. So my next question is, can other people's demons attach themselves to you through relationships?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they call soul ties and whatnot. And I work on it, but I'll pull up the chart of how it actually looks when your chakras are linked during activity and whatnot. X-rated pictures, so it's PG pictures, so it's not going to be X-rated, but yeah, 100%. Soul ties is one of those things. But even shoot, the word that I use, what everybody got with the CV19, the deep, that passed to it. Shoot, even if you didn't get it, if you was engaged, and I'm gonna tell you something. I almost got into a relationship prior to her with a woman, and I asked her, "Did you get it?" And she didn't want to answer that. She did the woman thing. Oh, that's my business. I don't discuss my business. So we could talk about boning, but you don't want to tell me whether you got that or not. Nah, because it sheds, and so you can be dealing with somebody who, if you don't mind, you can. I mean, some people don't care, but to me, I want to know. Did you get that? I asked her when we got together. I was like, "Did you get this?" And whatnot. She was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, cool." You know what I mean? Because yeah, you're sharing juices, gases are released during that time and everything of that nature. So a lot of this stuff is bio warfare. Oh man, I got some stuff for y'all. Go ahead, keep going. I got some stuff for y'all.
So Andrew said, absolutely, demons are parasites and will latch onto someone known. They be around the one they really want. Yeah, that's so true.
100%.
Yeah. And just thinking of like you saying that kind of reminds me of like when it comes to like food, because Kyle tells me that all the time. Sometimes when you're not even hungry, you start craving something, and it's really like the parasites within you.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Just like how when you don't even really want somebody, it's like the parasites that's in you that are probably from them that want them. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. It's almost like magnets. And it's insane.
The parasite actually influence you for who partners you actually get with. So they actually can recognize each other in the body and actually draw you closer to people based upon. So yes, it's a crazy world out here.
Andrew said most of the time I'm hungry is because I'm high.
What
do you have to show them?
Nah, go ahead.
Let me see.
Yeah, you can keep going.
Wow, that's going on real quick. Yeah, man. But shout out to you guys. I really do appreciate y'all being here. And I really do love that y'all actually do love Under the Surface. We're trying to be able to do it a bit more for you guys because I know it's been like really spaced out for real, for real. But yeah, y'all. So, um, I was gonna do something which was like put a poll out with different topics and have y'all choose, but I actually really kind of enjoy more being able to just like pick because I kind of get really deep into my stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all ever felt like you wanted to have something to be discussed as far as a topic, you can definitely like shoot that to me in the comment of this video after the live is done, and I'll definitely come up with some questions if it's something that I feel like will definitely be amazing for the show. It ain't gonna be no just like little like, because this is Under the Surface, honey. We diving deep. You know what I'm saying? So just to let y'all know, but yeah.
But I don't think that's gonna happen. She's too sporadic. She'll
I,
wake up.
I am.
Literally.
That's why I don't be telling y'all the topic because I had a whole nother topic and literally last night I changed it.
And I was up here
You know what I'm
prepping
saying?
for it too. We was gonna
Yeah.
do a video, all kind of stuff. And then she's like, "Oh, something different."
Thank you so much, Coffee. I appreciate you, hun. Yeah, man. Andrew said, I really enjoy this topic. Thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate you. I like random topics. Me too, Sunshine. Me too, for real, for real. I actually appreciate random topics because you're not prepared for whatever it is and you just have to be in the moment of it. And I feel like in the moment of whatever it is, you always like enjoy that better than something that you're like already thinking of and you're just gonna be expecting certain things. So I like that about Under the Surface, that it's just so like
Right. It's very
know.
unscripted. So when
Yeah,
she
it's
asks me this
very-
stuff, I come off the top. I'm
Yeah.
giving y'all my honest what I know from what I've actually experienced.
Yeah.
You know?
The only thing that he really be knowing sometimes is the title, and that's sometimes, child.
Yeah.
Most of the times he do, but sometimes I changed it. But he definitely don't know, like I told y'all multiple times, he don't know any of the questions. You know what I'm saying? So he literally, everything that y'all getting from him is literally off the top of his head, for real, for real. So Sunshine said, y'all energy is amazing. Great show. Keep doing what y'all doing. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. Andrew said, that expose who knows what they are saying or not. And that's so true. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. Liz said, yes, I need to hear this. Good live. Thank you so much, Liv. I appreciate you.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Boop, 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 boop. That's connection point. When y'all locked up like that, your chakra and your chakra are meeting. So it starts from the root right there at the bottom.
Switch it over a little so you
And
can
then
see.
Boop, 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 right there. It starts from the root up to the crown right there. But it's all intertwined. It's going into emotion. So when you're connecting with somebody, that's how it looks. all that energy is recirculating. So if somebody is not on your level, either you're both boosting them or they're draining you. You know, so
Yeah, it's so crazy. Okay. So my next question to you here is, let me make sure. Okay. Do you think social media feeds modern demons like compassion, validation, and obsession?
On compassion, that's a demon. Compassion. Well, but do I? Yeah, 100%. Your favorite content creator, what's her name? Adara.
Oh, De'Ara.
De'Ara. I be attacking her all the time, and the reason why, like I said, is because she's not showing her relationship. Once again, if I feel like
Elevated. My freaking cheek hurt. You about to mess me up.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're willing, I feel like if we sell y'all something, that I think you're gonna believe in it more because you see an actual reality of you. You started with seeing her videos, then she brought me in, and then we went deeper into topics. I'm wary of anybody that wants to sell me stuff but is just showing me the best of their life, because I always know there's a story. And then that also comes from the music industry and Hollywood. They started propping up people like that by just giving you people like Marilyn Monroe, even the presidents like Reagan and them. They have IMBDs, meaning they were actors. Michelle Obama, the Obama kids, they actors. They have IMBDs. You feel me? And they came and They didn't come out and say it yet, but they showing you by hints by telling you one of the Obama children changed their name. That's because that was never their kids. Michelle Obama in the book says she has surrogates. She ain't birthed them kids, and Michelle Obama ain't no. I ain't
We're
gonna say that.
gonna get into all of that another
It's
episode.
under the surface, but
because
I can't say so because they already chopped the live two,
they
three times.
already
You know
messed
what
it
I
up.
mean? So I have
We
to be
gonna get
careful.
into all of that, y'all.
I have to be
like
careful.
stuff like that. I believe that is gonna be more so because we're gonna have some membership content that's gonna be under the surface as well, where we're really gonna get like.
We're gonna say the things.
We're gonna say the things
We're
that we
gonna
need to
talk
say.
the teams.
You know what I'm
We're
saying?
gonna talk the
But
teams.
yeah, we're gonna get into a lot of stuff, y'all. So make sure you become a member because, honey, if you seen the video that I have up there, we got a lot coming for
I'm
y'all.
just saying, be careful with people like that who show you lifestyles and from just the enjoyment factor, but won't show you who is she, who's her boyfriend? Do you know?
Dear,
Yeah.
she doesn't
You know
have
her
a
ex.
boyfriend.
You know her ex, right?
Yeah, she
exactly.
She has a
And they in court.
girlfriend.
That's right.
Allegedly.
And
Allegedly.
Yeah, but she ain't going to show you none of this stuff because at the same time, it's all about sponsorships and things of this nature. A lot of these content creators, that's why they be ending up on Tasha K. And Tasha K be airing them out, and I be loving it because y'all be playing yourselves. I'm not about to sit here. That's why I say, hey, tell them people the things. She's like, nah, I don't want to talk about it. Tell it to them because guess why? As you move up the ladder, people gonna find out and they gonna look at you crazy like, oh, you trying to sell me something, but I can't learn this part about you? Oh, they ain't gonna appreciate it.
So Elevated says, so basically, don't let her get on top.
That
That is so funny. I think it's the same difference.
I don't
seriously.
care if you put it in her mouth, but it's not gonna make a difference. It's the same thing.
So, Sunshine said facts and detaching is and can be hard but necessary.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's so true. It can be
100%.
real hard. You will kind of feel like your entire life is falling apart. You know what I'm saying?
It's not
so
good.
insane.
It's not good for females. As men getting our heartbreak, it helps us think more logically. It don't help women think more logically. It's some of them it do, and then some of them, like for instance, when I hear Tina Moe, I know she got into a logic with whatever trauma she went through. With some women, their trauma leads them to become terrible people. You know, as men, we keep getting dunked on, and the reality of it is, ain't nobody gonna come and rub us on the back and say it's all right. People do that with women, so women, you know, think they all right when they sit there and go through their trauma and think, you know, getting together with my girls and they egging on this little trauma thing is helping them. No, with men, we learn very early. Nobody cares about us.
Child.
We don't care. You know what I mean?
So JL said, nah, I ain't gonna lie. It helped to see y'all in this light, no cap.
That's and
Yeah,
I used to
I
tell her
feel
this
it.
all
I
the
feel
time,
it.
but I told her people got to get used to me because when I made that jail bond video, oh, the girls didn't like me, man.
Child.
They
That
didn't
was
like
a
me.
whole situation, child.
But I
What's
was the
up,
same with-
Coach? Coach Mean Rain on the
Coach,
scene
what's
with the
up?
gangster lean.
We was just talking
Kyle
about you,
was
Coach.
literally just talking
Yeah.
about how he like is really inspired by your ways of
Workout
being
ethic.
able to like
Yeah.
continue moving forward with
Yeah.
your workout journey. Shout out to you, my girlie. You feel me? Yeah, so JR said Michelle ain't no what. Become a member, honey, because we're going to get into some tea.
All you
You
gotta
feel
do,
me?
go look up Joan Rivers. She died a week after she said it.
Child.
She
I
said
heard that
it.
as well.
Yeah, I played it for her. She know.
Yeah.
Knock on my-
Hey, what's going on, Michael? Sending love
Yeah.
and light. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So, Elevator says she might not have a boyfriend, but that coochie seeing somebody.
but and that's the thing. She ain't gonna let you know because you guess what? There's so much. It's so much better in illusion. If when you find out, she could be like, oh well, I didn't. So it's always a way of being right and not having any accountability just by hiding stuff. You know what I mean? No, I need to see that, and it works for women because women don't care. They like whatever's pretty for the eyes. As men, we'll look at something like when she was showing me content creators and what I was like, how they get that money? She showed me all these beautiful things about their lives. So how they get that money from? I care about that as a man. You're not going to sell me nothing until I know your life. You know?
Hey, Ark, thank you so much for being here. So, Ark said, how to not get drained or boost them up, especially envious people.
How not be drained, man?
How to not get drained or boost them up, especially envious people. Yeah. Put it in your mouth. You're so funny, Coach.
I'm just saying because he's trying to say like that's the only way to connect. Nah, they get anything on you. They got you.
Coach said, thank you, Cairo.
Mhm.
JR said, elevated real niggas.
Mhm.
Coach said, they took a trip to Dubai. Ciao.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. How many girls done sold women this dream that they can be bosses, and then you find out they went to Dubai to get it, getting aired out. How many people was into Jada Pinkett and that Red Table Talk made it seem so now look what's coming out about her. To the point where J. Cole don't even say that part in the rap song no more. When you say I want a real love, a Jada and a real love, he don't say that no more at the shows because look that done came out.
Oh, child, because
done
he don't
changed
want
the
that
lyrics.
look.
Yeah, he done changed
That
the
is
lyrics.
funny. I ain't even really peeped
And
that.
guess why? Because it's under the surface. Now we know.
Crazy.
That's why I like Tasha K.
Yes,
Air it out.
Liz, become a member today, you guys. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So the next question I have for you here is, what's harder, recognizing your demon or admitting you don't want to let it go?
Not wanting to let it go. A lot of people, because everybody
I
already
mean,
know
some
it.
people don't actually recognize it because they're not pinpointing what's going on. They're just thinking that it's all of a sudden a likeness. You know, some people move on to different things, so they're all of a sudden thinking that this is just a new wave of what's going on in their life or a new era in their life or something like that because they're not actually focused on what's happening to them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I think it's based upon who you're around.
Yeah, I think that too
that-
because influence is very heavy.
I'm gonna tell you something. That's why it's important for women to be in a relationship because usually your man is gonna be there swatting your ego at a regular basis. And usually, like a lot of people tell me that in my relationship, tell that to my girls in relationships, different women I've been with. Oh, your man don't tell you how beautiful you are. No, because I'm always telling her reality. She look at you as the fool who always come out here and tell her how great she is, but you don't know how she is in the house. You don't get to see her like that. So I'm here to tell her reality. Y'all like to, and that's some simp dudes who like to come and do that. Like they want to get with your girl at work. So they up in her face, oh, you're so beautiful. Baby, anything you want, if you got with me, I'll take your head. Man, get out of here with that. You better, yeah, I know this
I'll
thing's
go
kind of
back.
crazy.
Oh, dang, sorry.
No, it's cool. It's like,
Oh, I was
yeah,
trying
it's
to
happening.
remove that from the bottom so you could see the comments.
Oh, no, it's cool.
Oh,
I
okay.
let it
Well, I'm
roll.
reading it anyway, so I guess it don't really
So,
matter.
no, you better, I tell reality. Yeah, I tell the truth. Go ahead.
Okay. Coach said, don't be fooled, ladies. Couple goals, my backside. Elevator said, Coach,
Right?
that's a big goal in the case, respectfully. How? Sunshine says, some don't know it's a demon attachment. Yeah, that's what I was saying. What's up, Smooth? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, man.
And I'm just saying, I always can't mention her because the elite see people like her and give her a bag because they want her to influence that. And then for some of them, it's just like with the Section 8 program where they tell you no man in the crib. They don't want some of these influencers being in relationships. Meg Thee Stallion was kept away from that. Like if you notice, Tory Lanez, that's why that thing with Tory Lanez was so big because it's like, dude is shorter than her and everything. And it's like, nah, she wouldn't be with somebody of that type. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, she was with him and everybody else. Now, because she got a bad look on her, now they put her in relationships. But before, she was a boss standing by herself, and it made they wasn't trying to link her with nobody. It's these industry relationships. You can't fall for that. You know that. How do you get your money? Have you been to Dubai? You know what I mean? You know.
Child. Yeah. Okay, so because I was thinking about her songs, the song that popped in my head was one of the first songs I heard from Megan Thee Stallion, which was "Big Old Freak," when she literally was talking about not being attached to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like she a freak, and y'all better not tell nobody that y'all showing up to or y'all messing with each other. I'm gonna text you when I'm ready to go. You know, all of that stuff. Like, child.
And that's what I think is the good thing about people like Beyonce and Nicki, even though I'm not exempting them, is that they can show you relationship, the reality. That's the reality of things. You go further in relationships. And relationships help you learn yourself. I know myself because of all the relationships I've been in. So that's the best part about relationships. They teach you about yourself.
They really do.
So nobody learns about themselves by themselves. No one's an island.
Sunshine said they know it's unhealthy attachment at some point. Yeah, at some point they definitely will. I feel like you should definitely like, but sometimes it takes until the relationship starts to like get irritating for you to finally see these things that you don't like. Because when you're in like the honeymoon stage, like how we like to call it,
Mhm.
you don't really see all of the negatives. You probably see some negatives, but the positive like pours out way more. You're all lovey dovey, all this and that, and all type of different stuff. So you're not really like seeing all of that. Like all of that doesn't really matter. It's kind of like the back burner kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But and people know people go through that. That I mean, look at the Bad Girls Club, Basketball Wives. People know that there's drama in relationships. The thing about it is, I just feel like everybody wants control on how their image is put out there. Where at the end of the day, once you get on camera to live, you kind of giving that up regardless. You know what I mean? So you can't just try to curate your life and say, I want you to see this, but I don't want you to see that. All of it is real, and the reality of it, all of us relate. You know what I mean? So just put the truth out there. Nobody's gonna shun you. I mean, look how many people done put the real out there, and you can't cancel them.
yeah, that's so
Because
true.
people know them. It's like I like the person. I don't just like the image. People get
Mm-hmm.
mad when all you was is the image.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know.
it. Coach said, "Nice and round, elevated child."
English pound. All right.
Relationships will humble you real quick. Yeah, that's so true. Yes, indeed, Jay. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? Okay. Make sure that you guys are double tapping the screen to like the live. And if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 4K. This is Under the Surface,
Surface.
y'all. Under the
The surface back in the
Surface. You
camera.
feel
Wow.
me?
Back.
Episode 5. And this episode is called Demons That Attach to You. So my next question for you here is, let me make sure I'm at the right one. Okay, so let me make sure. Okay, can demons leave you on your own, or do they only leave when confronted?
Oh no, they only when in my opinion, only when confronted. I think
I think the
I
same
think at
too,
the
kind
same
of.
time too, they can use you up. I think they could just stay in
Yeah,
you.
I feel like they
And
can definitely use you up, and once they use you up, you end up in this like low
yeah,
vibrational space that's hard for you to get
when
out of. Like people that get drunk and just stay moping and just down. I feel like they done used you all up, and those are the type of
and
people that probably even like commit. You know what I'm
e-
saying?
even
So
even the homeless population, that's a good example of people used up. They still got it in them. They walking around talking out their heads and stuff. They a shell of themselves. You can literally tell whatever was on them drained them of all they like, and they just out there now and things like that. And I used to feed the homeless, so I've been into all parts of life. I also did that too at a point in time, and I didn't feel no sympathy because I used to be homeless like them and whatnot. So I look at them and I would see that I knew when I was here that I was gonna get up out of here. I just knew that this was my lesson because I kept on not listening. That's why I was
mm,
down there with them. But I see some of them, and it's like the light is gone from them. It's like even when you try to convince them you don't have to stay here, they like nah. Like I don't know nothing else. Like basically, I live my life and it put me here, and this is what I'm doing. I don't know their story, and if but they got one. They got multiple stories. We should make a YouTube channel just telling homeless people stories. We can AI animate that. You can just go through. They got stories on stories for
they
each
really
year
do.
of their life.
Thank you so much, Wise Mind, for that gifted membership. I definitely appreciate you. And welcome to the Kiss Squad Smooth. Make sure you use those emojis, honey, because they definitely are doing what they need to do.
Me and
You
the
feel
Nightbot
me?
got beef. Every time I see the Nightbot, we beef. Man. You guys,
Ciao.
yeah, I gotta learn that how you add it on so I can stop beefing with the
Okay,
Nightbot.
so my next question for you is silence a weapon against demons or a hidden place for them?
Um, both. Um, yeah, a lot of times sitting quiet will allow you to tap into your inner thoughts. But when I showed y'all that picture when I was at my most evil, that actually I actually remember the day when the spirit actually came into me. I used to sit in the dark. I used to sit in the dark with my gun in my lap. And I also now this is I'm a weird kid, so bear with me. I was I was in the dark room. I know
Like
she always look at
censor
that.
that.
No, it's not censored. It's
Yeah,
not
but
crazy.
I know,
No, no,
but
no.
just in case,
I'm a
child.
weird kid. That's what I said. I was sitting there with the fire on my lap, sewing. I always like to like hand stitch and things like that. So that would be my comfort. My comfort would be I sit in the dark room. I usually and I didn't mean to. A lot of time my mom, this is why I was still staying at home with my mom. I'm talking about when I was like 17, 18, 19 years old and stuff. I was sitting in my room the light from the time the sun was up, and then the sun was set. But I still just be in there because my eyes would adjust to the dark, and I still be just hand stitching. I wouldn't see the needle. I just knew when I'm stitching and stuff. And a lot of time my mom would open my door and I'd be playing music. Sometimes I have it in my headphones. I usually have it in my headphones, so that had a bunch of bad words. We didn't allow cursing in the house. I'll be listening to it. So she knew when I had my headphones on, I was listening to bad music. But she wouldn't trouble me because it's in my headphones. But she'll open my door, pitch black dark. She wouldn't even know I'm in there. She would click the light and I'd just be sitting there looking up at her. And she was like, "You sitting here in the dark?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm comfortable." What I was doing was programming my mind. I was listening to a lot of Banging on Wax, a lot of Tupac, particularly the Machiavelli album, where this was after he got shot. The album the year he died, and whatnot. And I just was programming, thinking about the people I didn't like, and what I was going to do when I catch them.
Not the people you didn't
Oh,
like.
absolutely, yeah. I had real ops.
Child.
So
Sunshine.
so when I actually ran into them, it was just automatic. Because it was already played in my mind exactly what I was going to do to them when I seen them. So yeah, I would sit there and program. So sitting by yourself, depending on what you do with it. That's why in the church when I was younger, they used to tell us meditation was bad, and things of that nature. But it depends on how you use it. You can put positive thoughts in
Hey,
it, or
Dice.
it can enhance you. Let's put it like that. Meditation enhance you, depending on what kind of person you are. You can get higher self with it, or you can get more into your deeper anger and summon something to come into you during that time. So that's when I felt myself let that spirit in when I was negative. When I was positive and I became who I am now, I was doing a lot of studying, and one day I just felt this energy just boost over me, and it just like ran up my spine, right up to the back of my head, and I just felt this tingling, and I mean, it felt like my eyes was completely open. I felt like anything I wanted to do, I can do at this point in time. As far as I didn't have any limitations. Sounds crazy,
okay.
but that's what it felt like.
All right. So my next question for you is: do you believe spiritual protection is learning, inherited, or earned?
Spiritual protection.
Or do you believe spiritual protection is learned, inherited, or earned? Yeah.
Another one where it's all three. I learned it. You can keep that up because I did learn it. I was prayed over. I continue to be. I think this is I say this is important for men. Be careful how you treat women. As far as like those, if you just like dogging out women and stuff like that, because they do have this divine like thing. If you get enough women not liking you, they can mess up your life and energy they send at you. But I don't have that problem. That's why when she used to get mad at me about all the exes still calling me and things like that. There's like one or two that don't like me, but really on a regular basis, no, they really do, and things like that. And they always speak good things about me. A lot of the women who I have that are prayer warriors, they pray for me and stuff. My mama did too, even when my mama didn't like me. There was a time when I went in my mama's room when I was really causing hell in the street. She had all my pictures turned down on her dresser because I was a disappointment. But she never stopped praying for me and things of this nature. So the day I got shot, I didn't even feel it. There was a flash of light, and I came back to, and I was on the ground. Didn't feel none of it, and I got shot in the face. So
that's definitely a story time for sure.
Yeah. So if you said is it learned? What was it? Learned?
I had said, is it learned, inherited, or earned?
Yeah, definitely. And as I look more into my bloodline, especially from the Caribbean side of my family to the ones that was over here in Virginia and stuff, my whole family has a spiritual thing about them. That's why I said I'm the oddball. I'm just the one who just kind of picked up the lineage. So I didn't know my purpose until that happened to me. When I got shot, I realized I was here for a purpose because I could have died, and I was looking for it. I was looking to pass away because I didn't feel like I really had a purpose. But when that happened and I didn't pass away, I said, "Wow, okay, I'm supposed to be here for a reason." So I from that day forward, that was when I was 20. I never questioned my purpose here. Well, actually, I did one more time after that, and that was the day I thought I was going to pass away again. When I was down here, if y'all went to my channel, those who went there and watched the Washington Road story, that was the other time where I said, yeah, I'm about to throw it all away. I'm about to crash. I'm about to crash.
Child,
You know what I
Stash
mean?
said you got shot in the face and didn't even feel it. 50 Cent and Spider Man.
Yeah, didn't feel
Sunshine
it.
says Stash. Trini says Stash. Yo,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
didn't feel
crazy
it.
because I remember when he told me that story, I
Yeah,
was just like in disbelief because I'm looking at
yeah.
him and he got shot through his
His
cheek
cheek, and it came out
and
my
it came
mouth.
out his mouth. So
Yeah,
it was like this, and it came out his
yeah,
mouth because his mouth was open. So
yeah.
and it's crazy because he got good teeth. Show my people, show them your teeth.
Look
Not
at the
like
good teeth.
not like
Look at the
that.
face.
Not like stop. He's so annoying, y'all. I swear.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all really 50 Cent? Oh, you
Yeah.
really 50 Cent?
The doctor
Child.
told me if I got hit any high or low, I would have been out of here because it would have hit the jaw, cracked it all up, would have shot me when it went up my head. You know what I mean? So it hit the right spot. It was meant to, and he shot twice. The next one
Yeah.
at point blank range, and the next one missed me. So while I was on the ground, so yeah.
JR said them near-death experience will wake you up.
Mhm.
Will wake you the fuck
Yeah,
up.
got out the
Mhm.
hospital the next day. Got stitched it up, and got out the hospital the next day. Couldn't eat for a week. Couldn't
Yeah,
eat
that's
for a
so
week. I had to
crazy.
take fluid and stuff because they had my mouth stitched in and out
Oh,
and stuff.
so crazy.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for continuing to just vibe with us. I hope that you guys are enjoying the show. This is Under the Surface, episode 5, and this episode is called Demons That Attach to You. Make sure that you guys are double tapping the screen if you're walking in just now, and make sure if you're new here that you subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate y'all because we're on the road to 4K. Okay. All right, so my next question is, what's the most dangerous demon people refuse to name?
The most dangerous demon people refuse to name. Is there a most dangerous one? I think self is the most dangerous one. Pride.
Selfish
Ego.
and pride. I think
Ego.
so too, to be
Ego.
honest with you. I really do think that
Ego.
those type of like demons can definitely be like the worst one because those are the
Yeah.
ones that will really mess you up
Yeah.
and really
Ego.
like have you missed out on opportunities
Yeah.
and just all of that. Like they will, I feel like anything like that you attach to you emotionally and kind of go through that are are like the worst things to deal with because those are the things that's going to taint your life. Like you're supposed to be going one way and you go a whole nother way because of these demons. Like they lead you down a whole different path because you're not like thinking clearly or you're so emotionally like distraught or whatever. Like it's a lot.
Yeah, but I will say this: your ego. That's why I said it's really about balance, though, because it's good. Kanye West would say that his ego empowered him when people would tell him he was nothing, and stuff, because he believed in himself. It's the balance. You're not now at the same time. We can clearly see there was a point in time where he couldn't turn it off, and that's usually. Oh, did I do the 6-7 thing? My bad.
You're annoying.
We left that in 2025, but that's what I heard you say.
Wow.
But yeah, but it's necessary. You just have to know when to cap it and whatnot like that because it can lead you down the wrong path. My ego powered me because when coming into the streets, I went into FedEx as a manager, and at that time I still had that raw street thing about me, so they didn't want to let me up.
Damn, it
I had
won't let
to
me do it.
I had to
anymore.
use my ego to power past a lot of that. You know what I mean? And whatever, because they used to try to make me feel like I didn't know what I was doing on a regular basis. I had to learn confidence in myself.
It's
So,
okay.
but it can be. But I just think it's all street. But is there one thing, like some people talk about Lucifer and saying that, you know, the greatest trick was the devil making you believe that he didn't exist or whatever? Like I said, I think that's all within self. I just think when a lot of people are in their bag, it's hard to tell them that they wrong for some. I feel like you need to self-check yourself on a regular basis. I think you need to listen to people around you, even if you don't like them. Because sometimes the people you don't like going to tell you some real things. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's real
but,
true.
And you just dismiss it because I don't like him anyway. But
Right.
but you know, pay attention to it. And the people who you say you don't like because they say things to you crazy. Not just because somebody said it in a tone you didn't like doesn't mean they didn't say it right. My mom used to say things to me crazy all the time. My mom's from the island, so she'll yell everything.
And I hate when people are like that. When my
Your aunt's
auntie
like
is like
that,
that. My auntie, y'all, the one I be going to visit all the time in like my vlogs or just when I'm live, or y'all know who I'm talking about. If y'all like know me for real. But, child, she be like, Jay, I wanted to call you to say, happy birthday. Like, just aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are you coming over here today? Like, she'll like kind of yell everything.
Yeah.
She's like, in her mind,
Yeah.
she's saying like, are you coming over here today? But that's not how it's being accepted. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
child, Stash said you need to make a mini men type song, bro.
Hey,
Child.
I might put some bars on it. I'm thinking about it. I got some
So,
ideas.
Ken said Lil Wayne made a 6-foot, 7-foot song and won the poll over Jay Z, which was 67%. Is wild.
Dang.
Sunshine said, I listened to all the knowledge, but some people delivery fucked up. Yeah, I
It
feel
is,
you.
100%.
I definitely feel you on that for sure.
100%.
Okay.
That was my mama. That was my mama.
All right. So my next question is: can demons evolve as you grow, or do they just change forms?
I just think they take the ride with you.
Which is insane.
Pretty much. And if you never, when you say evolve, I'm thinking about Pokemon. What did it start off like? It started like the baby parasite.
Yeah.
They just grew into the worm and stuff
Yeah.
like that. They can become different habits?
Mm.
Just like they always say that, like they say marijuana is a gateway
can-
drug, and then you might, because there's only a few people that I know that from when they was young still smoke the same grade of marijuana. Everybody, if they've been doing it since I was a kid, they probably touch other things, so it can evolve to different habits. But I think it's possible. I think bad behavior is bad. I still got mine. The things. The funny thing is the stuff that I was introduced to, it's still with me. So for instance, I show y'all the pictures of me during those days when I was in the gangs and stuff like that. I don't care to do the same things, but I still have the same mentality. A lot of times when I told her, I'll be at work a lot of times, and sometimes a higher manager or something like that will say something to me, and immediately in my mind is like, unalive him.
Child.
Immediately. It is like that. But then I have to think like, whoa, hold up. Nah, it ain't that serious. So what you've been involved in and what you've done does count. It always with you. So if would you say, if is that a demon that's still with me? I just think it's a power that I know I have. So because of that, my mind sometimes immediately goes to that, and I have to, it's like, nah, that ain't it. So I also feel like that's the dangers of whatever you get into habitually. Whatever you start doing never goes nowhere. So don't think if your girl was getting down back in the day that she just can be a housewife that never has those thoughts again. If you lived it, thinking it is one thing, living it is another thing. Anybody who just thinks thoughts is one thing. If you lived the thought, if you actually did it, oh no, you're a different person.
So Ken said baggage is another word for demons that we carry in our spirits.
I believe that.
Elevator said that energy is still there, but we can control it.
You can control it, yeah. I know it's there though, so a lot of times, that's why a lot of times.
But that's the point of being able to recognize it first, though.
But that's the reason why it's hard for her to get me to go places. I don't like being around people because I don't know how you're gonna act, but I know how I'm gonna act if you do something to me. I'm the controllable variable in the transaction. I don't know what somebody else gonna do, but I know what I do if you're gonna do it to me. So a lot of times I say, you know what? I don't want those problems. When I'm at home, I'm chilled. I'm not really interfering. So it makes me more of a hermit and like a loner and things like that. And I don't mind. It's a small price to pay. I'm not really a go out type person, but I stay away from people because of that. Because you just, when I watch the internet sometimes, I see some of the things people do. I be like, I wish they would do that to me. Shoot.
Ciao.
Cool for now.
Hey, fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in, hun. I definitely appreciate you. Make sure that you guys are double tapping the screen, y'all. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 4K. I definitely appreciate y'all. This is Under the Surface, you feel me? And this episode is called Demons That Attach to You. So, yeah, y'all. So, my next question is, what part of you do your demons benefit from the most?
The corn part.
Yeah, it
I
always
still,
is like,
I still keep, and I'm sorry, y'all. That's a part of my. So I talked about myself. My family history has sexual degeneracy in it. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't run from it because, like I tell, so this is what the part of me that's the non-Christian part of myself, because based upon what Tina Moe and Danielle and them would consider Christian. I believe you feed your darker side. The idea is that you merge. In Christianity, they'll tell you you stay away from all of it and shun it. If you some people have a warrior spirit. From the time they were born, they were going to unalive somebody, and they're going to have that ability to keep doing it. They doesn't mean they have to get rid of it. That's necessary to an extent. You can't just have evil people running around out here, but you have to know how to live your life as a regular person, day in and day out. Same thing with me. I still like I have. That's the reason why I do polygamy, because I'm not going to be a monogamous person that can't control myself and have thoughts all day. It doesn't mean that I can't control it, but that's why I always said about monogamy. Monogamy is a discipline. If you want to try to discipline yourself like that, what's the reward? Is your girl that far? Because to the point where you feel like I want to, like, is she living her life where she's pushing to be her best self every day, or is she just trying to get out here and live the regular American lifestyle? For me, nah, I'm not doing that. I feel like this. You have to understand your shadow side. The idea is for it is to become one person and not be living this way in the light and then carrying on in the dark in a certain way. And that's where a lot of people, like celebrities, play themselves. They get into this through the dark. They put them out in the light for you to be the representation of you. And then later on down the line, you find out their dark ways and then you shun them. And I think that's terrible. Particularly, I think it's bad they go down that route, and I think people need to stop lying to themselves. Like, they don't feel like they're not like the celebrities. When Diddy was talking about the freak offs, there's parts of it I don't agree with, but who wouldn't want to live like that? Not the parts I'm talking about I disagree with, but a lot of men want to live like that. So why you think men are quiet? They're not talking about Diddy as much as women are.
You are so funny, John. Yeah, y'all. So if y'all haven't seen the first episode of Under the Surface, make sure y'all go and check it out, because I be having to remind y'all, especially for the ones that haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's like a polygamous, all of that, child. Yeah, this is mine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay. Because, child. Okay, so this is actually going to be my last question. So thank y'all so much for being here. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this episode of Under the Surface. And again, this one was called Demons That Attach to You. I really appreciate y'all. So my last question for you is, if your demon could speak, what truth would it expose about you?
Ooh, if my demon could speak. Shoot, I'm speaking now.
You are a mess.
No, seriously, I spend every day just trying to be myself, just so y'all can see it. Like, really, that's the reason why I stayed off her channel, is because I'm like, man, I'm gonna be myself all the way through. That's why a lot of times remember, you used to come to me all the time like, be careful what you say, don't say this.
Oh, I be having to like warn him, because he naturally, and I want him to be able to speak freely. Of course, everybody should be able to speak freely, but I be knowing the people that be coming around and they be like extra sensitive, and he is very extremely. Yeah. Y'all know me, I'm very blunt, so I'm gonna be with someone that matched me. He's very blunt, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, honey, I be having to tell him like, please don't do this and don't do that.
Don't embarrass me.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't get my channel canceled.
Don't do all of that. Like,
hey,
chill,
watch it. Don't say that.
chill.
YouTube don't like that. Go back and watch the Bill video. That was me. That was me in one of my roars. I was, especially when I saw you go do them push-ups in jail. I was like,
so that video, I have it on my channel. Honey, if y'all was to go through the comments of that video, there was a whole crowd of people that some of them, a good amount of them aren't really around the community as much anymore, but some of them are still content creators. When I tell y'all, they dragged him from here to Timbuktu.
I loved it.
they dragged him from here to Timbuktu. I'm talking about long paragraph, detailed, like pissed off. Some people
Yeah.
were commenting multiple
Yeah.
multiple
KVK,
times.
Lunar.
There was a whole lot of
E-
them.
Even Supreme didn't say nothing on there, but told on the low, yo, take
Yeah.
that video down. He wilding.
Yeah, like it was a lot. There was some people that commented, but they didn't actually like put words. They just put the timestamp and they put like the emoji next to it.
Right, because I was talking and just laughing because I'm like, because this is the thing. All of us from where we from act like this. That's why I said when I watched the comments, I was like, oh, y'all couldn't grow up with me. My mom was a terrorist, and that's the thing. Like that's why I said women have changed over the years. My mom would say real things to everybody all the time, and things like that. So we stayed in check. I just think that this culture has definitely softened up, but guess what? It's getting tough again. I think a lot, just like the Bible said, a lot of y'all gonna wander around and die off in the desert, and your kids are gonna inherit it. And the reason why is because y'all don't have tough skin. I didn't like my mom used to tear us down like the way she used to, but I'm gonna tell you something. I get out here and face the world and don't have no issues because I done heard everything about myself that could be, and I done worked on myself. On top of that, that actually gave me the strength to work on myself is because my household was so tough, and and that's why I tear down the boomer generation a lot, the silent generation, Generation X. I tear y'all down a lot, and some of the millennials, because there was a lot of wrong think during that era. But I gotta say, there was a lot more realness during that era than now. The kids are a lot realer. They can take a lot more difficult topics, but this is a fake world for them. Back then, it was a real world, and you had to go seek fakeness if you wanted to be something that you wasn't, because no one around you was gonna let you do that. So
yeah, that's so true.
When I got online, I was just saying, when me and myself, boy, they was tearing me up. I was like, oh, y'all in a fake world. Y'all like this fake stuff. I'm gonna stay off your channel because I'm not gonna hamper your success.
They booted him from the channel, y'all. They booted him from the channel. They was like, oh nah, he gotta get out of here. Yeah, they was pissed, y'all.
He's not. Are you locked in material? So for sure not.
Yo.
For sure not. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That is so freaking funny, child. I ain't even about to sit here and hold you.
So shout out to people like Tina. So when I hear Tina talk, I like good. Somebody that she gives it to you with a nice. Basically, she gives you a nice PC thing. I just give it to you raw. That's all. You know what I mean? Pause.
Hey, Allison. Thank you so much for being here. I definitely appreciate you,
Tiff
hun.
Takes going crazy.
Yeah, that's my girly girl. Stop playing with my girls. Sunshine said, I like the realness. Some can't handle the real and uncut. Yeah, that's so true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sunshine said, that's me. My kids be scared of what I'm going to say. I don't care. Yeah. Elevated said, facts. Sunshine said that part. Sunshine said, I brought you in this world and I'm going to take you out. These kids are hollered, These kids, you holler, they break. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tiff. I really appreciate you. Come fatty, honey. Yeah. You feel me? That's for real, though. That is for real.
Ooh,
hey, Monique. Thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate you, hun.
You ain't live until your mama told you ain't going to be nothing in life. Who came from that? You know what I mean?
Child.
You had to come build your whole face back after she tell you something like that. What?
Insane. But yeah, y'all, I really do appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for just being a part of this series that we have going on. Please make sure that you subscribe at the end of the live and just put a hashtag Kiss Squad. If you don't put anything else, just put hashtag Kiss Squad. You feel me? Just to show people that you was here and to be able to push this video into the algorithm. I really do appreciate y'all. This is Under the Surface, episode 5, and we are going to see y'all next time. Make sure that y'all tune in at 6 p.m. because right after this, I have 20 questions with Jay, and that is going to be with Pop Dada, aka Pop That Honey. So we definitely gonna be turning. I'm real excited. Make sure y'all turn in, and I'll see y'all real soon.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Simply Sunshine.